Happy New Year and welcome to my home. This is Charlotte. I've been asked, when are you gonna do a video? When are you gonna do a video? And I've just never. My mind is just. I don't know. I feel like I've been out of it for so long now. I feel like, how do you get back into it once you've been out of it? And yeah, a whole lot going on. I found out the day after Christmas my mom has COVID. So, yeah, not a really fun time right now. Yeah, she's doing all right. She has no fever. She has no breathing issues. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. She's not in the hospital, so that's good. And I've been trying to figure out something to come up with for us to do that's going to be fun. And life just is getting in the way. I don't seem to be able to get in here to do much of anything. So I've got my hot cup of tea and decided, well, you know what? It was fate kind of intervened, and I'm going to tell you the story. I was going through my mother's desk and just found packet after packet, probably about 5 packets of Rolodex cards. And I was thinking, maybe we should just do some stuff with Rolodex cards. Then I was thinking, well, maybe we should do some things with index cards. And this was going on, a good week. I couldn't figure out, my brain wouldn't settle down enough for me to really decide what to do. And then I got an invitation to join a challenge from Boho Daydreams on Facebook. And it is a 52-week index card challenge. 1 index card every week this whole year. And I thought, well, there you go, Charlotte. Let's just join this. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's no swapping. You just make your index card and do whatever you want with your index card and just see how you progress through the year. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do that. And that's what we're going to do. So I know we're going to be good for a video a week. Hopefully more than that. But right now, that's what we're going to start with. So this is what I came up with. And when I look at this, I love it. I just wish that I had put the writing on the back. You can see that it is an index card. As a matter of fact, this is what I used. I don't know if I got these at the dollar store. There's 100 of them. So 4x6s. And this is what I'm going to be using. I don't know how I'm going to store them yet. Don't know what I'm going to do. But this is this is January 1st week. This is what I came up with. And so we are going to be doing today something similar to this. And I just really thought it would be just a fun thing to play around with. I mean, index cards are so inexpensive. Get them at the dollar store, get them at the stationery store. I'm sure Walmart has them. Target had, the grocery store probably has index cards. Now, these are 4x6. I think there is a smaller index card. I have no idea what that would measure, but you could do the exact same thing on a smaller index card. So what I had done is I'm trying to find my oxides because I don't work with oxides, and I thought, this is a new year, let's pull out the oxide. So this was the only one I could find, antique linen. And then I pulled out shaded lilac distress ink. So this is what we are going to be working with, along with some vintage photo. And then I used some texture paste. It is under this rice paper here. You could use a napkin, so don't worry if you want to make these and you don't have rice paper, get out a napkin. So this is this is my first one. So I do have an index card somewhere here. Where are we? And I decided that I wanted to put the lined part on the back so that if you ever wanted to write on it, like to use this as it as a tag in a journal, I just thought that the lined on the back would be much better than this. And then I found, yes, I mean, this is kind of how I mean, could it be any smaller? Come on, Charlotte, really? I mean, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna use. It's so ridiculous. Oh my gosh, guys, this is how my whole, I'm just looking to see what I have in brushes, because it really does kind of borderline on the insanity. I'm trying to, I don't even know which brush I used with the lavender. Maybe I didn't even do that. But this might work better. I got these on Amazon. I think I paid like $14 for the whole set. I think that one might work a little bit better. Oh, goodness. Okay, so what we are going to do, obviously, I am going to take this antique linen and I'm going to go around the edges of this card. And I do want to experiment with oxides because I haven't really used them. And I know that I did on the other one, the first one that I did, I went ahead and took a wet one to the oxide just to see if it would spread. And it didn't. And it's probably the color, because I wanted to blend it to the inside of the card, but what it ended up doing was just disappearing altogether. So I will try it when I find my other oxides and have an idea of what I'm doing. But this is how we learn, and we might as well learn together. So if you're going to use a very light color and you apply water to it, you may not have a lot of luck getting it to go and do what you want it to do. And now, having said that, I think what I'm going to try, might as well, is if I spritz this brush, or if I put a little water on this acrylic block, dip this in it, what will happen? Yeah, it spreads, but yeah, I don't like that at all. So that doesn't work, but you can see what will happen. It will spread it like paint. So yeah, not a fan. I wonder if I take a paper towel, if I can get that off. Let's see what will happen. Nope, it is there. It's on. I got some of it off, but not a lot. So that's okay. Now what I'm going to do is take this purple and I'm going to ink this with the Distress ink, and then I'm going to spritz it, and then we're going to blot it. And what I'm afraid is happening is I think my inks are starting to dry up because I haven't used them, and that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want to lose that. And a lot of this background is going to be covered up, but some of it you might see. And so there we go. And we are blotchy, but doesn't that look pretty? I mean, I really like it. And then if you wanted to, you could take some of your purple, your lavender, your shaded lilac, and you could kind of go in the edges. But I'm going to go around with Distress ink, the vintage photo on that. So I do need to dry this because this is just an index card, and so It's gonna just take me a second, so I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. We are dry, and just please forgive my goofiness because, yeah, I don't know what, there's just too much happening. So next is going to be some vintage photo. And then we are going to do some collage work. Now, I've got a nice brush for that. See the difference? Charlotte, what are you even thinking? Well, I'm not, so there you go. I'm not really thinking. So I am hoping everyone had a very, very nice Christmas. We had a beautiful Christmas, but you know, it was kind of a heartache because I wasn't able to see my mom. And then of course the day after I found out that she was ill. So nobody wants to hear that. Doesn't matter who it is, somebody you know, somebody you care about. No one wants to hear that. But look at the depth. Isn't it pretty? Just look at what we achieved, and we really haven't done anything. And look at how pretty this card is right now. I'm kind of sad that we're going to be covering it up. But I think the finished product is going to be really pretty. But look at, isn't that pretty? Just really pretty. I was almost tempted to just stamp this with the Tiffany stamp. Put a handmade postage stamp on it. Maybe just do a little bit of labeling and just make a really nice postcard because I just thought that was so nice. So I'm very happy with the way that looks. But like I said, we are going to cover it up. And as I'm looking around, I'm wondering what I did with my glue stick because I don't see it. Of course. Where's the glue stick? We're just going to do just a little bit of collage work. And I don't think I want to cover. I kind of like the way that looks. So maybe we'll do that. And I am got this glue, so we'll just use the art glitter glue. Not worry about the glue stick. Because I do not want to waste your time today or mine. It's a cloudy day today. And we got up this morning, it was 68. We were freezing. I know a lot of you, where you live, 68 probably feels like summer. That's probably your high. But here, yeah, we're putting on long sleeves, socks. We're freezing. 68 here is cold, and it's always so cute because when you would go out, I mean, you know, obviously before the virus, when you would go out, you would see people when it would be down like in the 40s or whatever, in shorts and flip-flops, and you're like, they've got to be from the Midwest. They have to be from Wisconsin, Minnesota, someplace really cold, because to them it's so nice and warm here. But to us, yeah, you know, our blood is thin now. So okay, then I don't recall the name of this particular paper. I wish I could get it. I'm sure you no longer can, but absolutely love it. And I found it at Page. I seem to always be finding a page of something. And so I thought I would use that. Maybe I do have this piece of rice paper here that I want to use. And I had kind of just cut things out ahead of time just to save some time. I don't think anybody really, ooh, I like that. I don't think anybody really wants to see me sitting here cutting paper, ripping paper. I don't know, maybe you do. Sometimes that's just relaxing. I want to catch you up on Michelle Birdsong, the one that sent me the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Happy Mail. I have been asked, does she have a shop? Does she have a channel? She is getting ready to make her very first video. So if you go into YouTube and type in Michelle Birdsong, see if it comes up. But as soon as she gets her first video up, I will make sure that you know about it, because that's one talented lady, and I don't want you to miss out on her. So you can see it's the rice paper. See all the threads through there? So cool. This was part of that. I had just used that piece on there and decided let's use this on here. So if this is kind of my focal point, doesn't have to be, it can be off to the side, depending upon what else I want to add to this. I have some purple roses, and I kind of like that, so let's put this here. I mean, that's really all you need to do, is just kind of lay it out, go with it, figure it out. It's going to be interesting to see 52 weeks of index cards, what I can come up with. I want to see the print. So if we put that there, see, that's all I've done. It's just collaged and put that there. And then with this one, I had this label here, and I didn't have another label going that way, but I had this label. And let's see. If we're going to use it, I could hang this off the bottom here. I could hang it off the top. I could just not use it at all. I kind of like that. Let's go ahead and use a texture paste, because I'm pretty happy. I hate to cover that up. So let's use the texture paste. And I am going to use that script. I had a comment from somebody that told me that, I think it's Walmart, they found some script stencils at Walmart. It's this one. I know I don't shop at Walmart, so I know this did not come from Walmart. I think I got this at Michael's. I think, but I've had this for a long time, so I'm not positive. And she was telling me that you can find inexpensive stencils at Walmart. I like inexpensive stencils because I'm hard on my stencils. As soon as you use this, you're supposed to clean it off, and I don't. I tend to just go on and work. Maybe I should distress this a little bit. And then I have to go with the scrub brush and go over my stencil, so I tend to be pretty hard on them. Now, when I did this, full disclosure, when I did this and then I went to put the rice paper on top, I wondered if I should have put the rice paper down and put the stencil on top of it. My fear, if I had done that, is that you wouldn't really see the lavender. And I kind of like the way, I don't know if you can tell, that you can see the raised lettering coming up through the lavender. So I think either way would be fine, to do your stencil last, or like I am going to do it now. And I am using Ranger Texture Paste Opaque Matte. Is pretty much what I prefer. And I don't like to have my stencil perfect. So, you know, I might catch a word here. I might catch a piece of a word someplace else. I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I can be OCD on some things, but that's really not one of them. So you have to do you. If you want the whole thing, then by all means, you should do that. I don't, And so I am good with this. So I'm going to dry this. This is what we've got. See how flat it is? When I dry that, you're going to see how that's going to puff right up. So guys, I'll be right back. You can see that. Hopefully you can. I've got this under the light so that you can see. I mean, it's pretty just like this. I mean, I could leave it. Looks really, really nice. If I ran the Distress ink over it, you would see some shadowing, some darkness, and that probably would stand out a little bit more. Just really, really pretty. So I am going to use my Collage Podge, and I am going to decide where we want this. And do I want the You Inspire Me tucked under like that? I could put the You Inspire Me on the side at the top. And because I don't like that, or I could put a brad through there, I do have, I could put that on there, and then I could get away with not seeing. I think that's what we're gonna do. So this rice paper has these little flowers, and it has little pieces of lavender. Stemperia is where I got this rice paper, Stemperia. So I think I will get the glue and put that down. I like that. I just don't like seeing where you're supposed to punch a hole. So I am going to cover that up. And if you wanted to get really fancy, I have got some flowers, and we could add flowers to this. I have some dried lavender seeds, and we really could just do this all in. And I might do that. That's an idea. I might do something with a tea bag and some dried lavender buds. That sounds like a plan. So let's just dot a little bit of this on here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Pick this guy up and just put him right over so you can't see that. Just like that. You know, when you think about it, if I do 52 of these, that's what 104 I will have at the end of this. So maybe what I will do is my 52, and then I'll just have a major giveaway at the end of the year. How's that sound? We'll divide. If we divide these up into groups of what, 5, 2. I mean, it depends on. Yeah, because what am I going to do with 102 of these? Nothing. So I think, yeah, at the end of that's what I'm going to do. Okay. At the end of the year, we will give these away. I can give them away to 52 people. You know, if I do one a piece, that's a great giveaway. So I think that might be what we're going to do. We will give the cards away. So I thought about doing the same thing with this that I did with the playing cards and putting them on a ring by putting a brad. But then I thought, well, if I do that, then you've got a hole in them. If you wanted to use this as a pocket in a journal, that's not going to work. So I am just going to leave them as they are. Now I have to dry this and then come back, and I have to put a coat on the top. So when I have done that, I will be back. So I like the idea of a giveaway for 52. I think that, yeah. So I have this little piece here, and I wondered if maybe just right down here like that. I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And just because this is kind of, you know, a space, empty space. And sometimes more is better. So I will put this here. Oh, that's really coming along nicely. Okay, let me dry this real quick and I'll be right back. We are dry and look at how pretty we are. So I want to just run the distress brush over this a little bit. And I'm wondering if we need a label or something more. Sometimes when you use rice paper, the white is too white. And if you just go over it, see how the lavender pops out just by kind of distressing that white? Just that little bit just helps the white to disappear. It's the same thing is true with when you do napkin decoupage. If you just go over that just so slightly with some distressing, you can get rid of that white border that you have around whatever the image is. So that's our card, and I am very happy with it. I do see one little piece of the rice paper thread. But I'm wondering as I look at it, do we want more? Do we want, would a label be too much? Now, I do have these guys here if I wanted to dangle something. So let me cut this out. I am going to not fast forward. I need to find out how to do that. That's one of the promises I made to myself. I am not one for New Year's resolutions because I never keep them. Something always happens, so I do not make New Year's resolutions. But I am hoping in the new year that I can learn to do some more editing. And let me see, which one do I want? The green. I think the green just because it's pretty busy. I would love to be able to figure out an editing. I have an editing program, but I am old school and I like a book. I like to be able to mark a page, turn a page, know where things are instead of clicking on a link that takes you to another link. And, you know, before you know it, you've clicked on so many links, you don't know how to get back to where you were. And what I really want is my grandkids to learn so that they can do it for me. But let me grab my trusty crocodile and an eyelet and all that stuff. So I will be right back. And so now we have to figure out where we want to hang these. Let me see if I can see what I'm doing. So I'm not going to worry about eyelets on these guys, but I'm thinking it might be cute. Let's hang them from here. So we know we need an eyelet up here. So there's that. Then I've got a box of eyelets. And here's a purple flower eyelet. So somebody gifted me these, and I am ever so grateful. And they are a lot of fun. So there is that. So we are going to put our eyelet in here. And we are going to crocodile it closed. Maybe. Yeah, I still have the I still have the wonky crocodile. It is a part of me. So there we go. Yeah, there's that. So now we need to hang these with something. And so I've got my bulb pins. And I think I used this on the other. So let's use that again. We will. Now we could put all sorts of things on here. We could hang a charm. We could put seed beads. We could do all sorts of things. But let's hang these. So some lucky person is going to get this cutie card, but you have to wait 52 weeks for it. So, I mean, that's just the name of the game. So look at that. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, guys. So hopefully you had some fun, and hopefully with this, I'm going to get more into it, but I think, hey, it's an index card. And if you turn her over, you've got writing space. So we have that cutie, and then we have this one. So I'm very happy. All right, we're back in the game now. I might go ahead and this was a Brad. This right here, and I just cut the backs off. So I might go ahead and do that on this. You know, sometimes things get to be too much, and there's a lot going on here. So it may not, if I don't do that, it's because I looked at it and I decided it would be just really way too much. But here is our first index card, guys. Have a happy week. And take care of yourselves. It's rough out there. Just be really safe. I know Arizona with COVID is bad. And I'm thinking of all of you. I want you to take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Smile, craft. And as soon as I find anything from Michelle, I will let you know. Until next time, bye guys.